Hey guys, Brad Nickum, Tasting Tequila with Brad, back for another episode where we're going to talk about one of my favorite series and brands of tequila, the ArteNOM series. ArteNOM is one of my favorite series of tequila. And this, like you know, I'm a Blanco guy. This is coming out of NOM 1579, or also what's known as El Pendio. It's one of my absolute favorite distilleries, for a long time rated #1 distillery. And what they did here when they went to Felipe to have them be part of this ArteNOM, where we're making the nom and the tequila the actual art, and the art is in the body. You don't need a celebrity to pitch your tequila when you make your tequila like this. So these are Highland agaves, cooked in 1579's awesome ovens. He actually invented a way to cook the agave from the bottom and the top with steam, so a much more efficient process. From there, they run it through this really cool Tahuna style shredder roller to get the juice out of the tequila, instead of it being a Tahuna wheel that's made out of a giant volcanic stone. It's a big steel wheel that actually is rolling on top of floor of volcanic stone. So we just inverted the Tahuna. So the best crushing of agave there. And, you know, G4 is already the staple out of 1579. And they didn't want him to just put G4 on the bottle. They want him to do a little bit something special. So what they did was they aerated this with a wine aerator, which did change the profile a little bit. Really cool place. He's a super high elevation, over 6,000 square feet. And he has a couple of different water sources. So one, he has a deep well where they can pump water. So that's going to give you that real minerally volcanic water. And then they also have a spring. So there's fresh spring water. And then he's also created a system that collects all the rainwater. And we were in Mexico, not in the highlands, but in the lowlands during rainy season. And man, when it rains at night, it rains. And I guess over there where they are, it rains even crazier. So when you think about the different flavors that you're going to get, yeast, water, and agave, we have Highland agave. We have a family propagated yeast from multiple generations, wild fermentation in stainless steel tanks. So that's just nature just happening. Whatever's all around there is what's being part of that fermentation process. And again, it's going to take longer when it's cold out, and it's going to take less time when it's warm out. They got to keep those tanks warm in the cooler time. Then they're going to go twice distilled in copper stills. And he's done an amazing job in kind of creating his own way that they make the still to give you these fantastic flavors. So this is 28 bricks were the agave, grown at 2,069 meters. This is an 81.4 proof, so it's a little bit of a high proof. And this is honestly one of my absolute favorite Blancos. So you get all of the smells that we talk about all the time. But one of the things you get at 1579 is just so much upfront agave. It's like the star of the show. So you have the really fresh, clean, cooked agave smell. You get a little bit of a floral smell after that, and it's just fantastic. Lots of agave. Not the first time I've had it. It's one of my favorites. I finally was able to find a bottle myself and buy it. Cooked agave, you've got a really nice long finish. You do get a little bit of that like white pepper finish. You have a citrus, like a citrus in the middle there. And then you get that vegetal and that mineral from the water. And there's something special about, this plant that, 6 to 8 year old plant, rainwater. So just made in such a sustainable way, capturing, nature to take this plant that's grown in nature and then nurture it into this amazing drink. This is a great one. And, I love this whole series. I'm going to get the 1414 and do one on the Reposado. And then last we'll do the Añejo from 1146. But if you ever see one of these bottles, just pick it up. This is an amazing display of the fantastic people that bring us tequila. The jimadoras that work in the field, cutting that agave, the farmers that labor for years to make that, grow that agave, and, Felipe to walk through the fields and pick out the ones that he wants to harvest, and knowing that they're his agave, that they're grown on his farm. This is a state agave. They're picking the best of the best. Know that the yeast they've had from their family for 4 generations. And then the way they take so much care in the cooking and the crushing, and then coming up with the idea to aerate it does make it a little bit fresher tequila to me than what just the regular G4 Blanco is, but amazing. So check them out. You can find them really at all the big liquor stores. I think they have great distribution. I think they're nationwide. I know you can go to their website and search where to find the tequila. I've seen it in a couple of small liquor stores in Indiana. They were always out of it when I was there. I actually grabbed this bottle at a little local liquor store on Saturday. So really glad to find it. It runs in at a great price point. I think I picked this up for around $60. So check them out on Facebook, Instagram, and from their website. I'll put all that in the notes, and check it out. Remember, you're sipping 8 years of sunshine with every glass of tequila. So enjoy it. Have a great day.